where it is literally, it's the devil.
Yeah.
It is the devil.
Yeah, it
you
is.
literally have the devil inside of you telling you all kinds of things that nobody should ever hear.
In and out of foster homes from the time I was 2 till I got emancipated at 17.
Wow.
I had a mom that was an addict as well.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.
Okay, hi, my name is Christine and I am a addict.
Hello, Christine. Can you just tell me how old you are?
I'm 49.
49. Okay, you look good.
Oh, cool.
Do you have children?
I do have a 28-year-old, just got married.
A boy or
A girl.
a girl? And are you from around Philly?
Delaware County.
Okay.
Yeah.
So obviously you're down here. Can you tell me a little bit about your childhood, like how you grew up?
Sure. In and out of foster homes from the time I was 2 till I got emancipated at 17.
Wow.
I had a mom that was an addict as well. Never really was in recovery herself, so,
Okay.
you know, my dad was not around,
Okay.
you know.
So I'm sure that was difficult, right? Like a lot of.
Yeah.
Were you able to find a foster family do you see what I'm saying? Like
I
was
do,
a little more
yeah.
permanent?
Well, yeah, actually, I
Okay.
did. By the time I was 14, I had 3 other foster sisters who were also not related to the foster mom. And she was
Okay.
a single foster mom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was awesome.
So all women in the house.
Yep.
That's good. That's
Yeah,
good. Good.
And you know, bite back and backbiting, whatever it is, at the same time, you know.
Yeah, I understand that too, because it's very important, I think, for any girl to grow up to have a male role model to look
Right.
to. But I also know in foster care, men can also be
Yes.
not good, as far as, you know, women being abused and everything like that, and more childhood trauma than you were already experiencing.
Yeah, that was in family more than it was foster. All my foster homes that I was in, fortunately enough, I got lucky.
Good.
Yeah, so. But the in-family abuse was, that was where the males played.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, as you were saying, you got emancipated at 17.
Yeah, and you know, pretty much lived on my own since then.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been using since I was 6.
That's what I was gonna ask. What did you first start?
Alcohol.
Okay.
Yeah, Thanksgiving dinner, reunion peach wine. I drank mine, my brother's, my aunt's, and you know, needless to say, I woke up the next morning with a hangover. My mom gave me a Budweiser and 2 aspirins, and that was it.
Okay.
Yeah.
After that, at being 6 years old and experiencing that, and then did you continue to use, or did it kind of like?
No, it slacked off.
Okay.
And then I started smoking cigarettes at 9, you know.
Yep.
And huffing paint at
Yep.
like 11. Sitting on a wildwood roof looking at the stars, you know, and
Right.
just peer pressure kind of thing.
Oh, yeah,
more than
of course.
anything.
When did I don't want to say, because I think all drugs are bad, you know, equally. When did your addiction first start to get very
Really bad.
Yes.
So after I had my daughter, I had her when I was 22.
Okay.
The gentleman that I was with wasn't the father,
Okay.
but I just started doing cocaine, and I was doing it for like 2 weeks, and I thought that's what he was doing, and I convinced him to give me a little bit, and tiniest little bit. And yeah, I was high for the next 8 hours. Yeah. So I didn't touch it again for like 7 months, and then it was on the weekends, and you know,
Yep.
can't do it more than 3 days in a row, or now you have a habit.
Yep.
You know, so I did that for about 2 years, singing in a band, had my daughter, had a house, I was a secretary, And then I picked up crack cocaine 2 years later.
Okay. And how
that's
old were
when I
you
lost-
then?
I was 24 then.
24. Okay.
And that's when I lost everything because I came here to cop and I never went back.
Yeah, I hear that a lot.
Yeah.
So who had your daughter then at that point?
Her father's mom.
Okay.
She raised her till she was 13. And then when her father got married, she moved over in Jersey with him and he raised, the stepmom raised her from there. Beautiful woman.
Good.
Beautiful woman.
Well, I'm glad that, you're able to look at it like that. My older three, I have a 21 and I have twins that are 17.
Oh,
so
okay.
I had them very young.
Okay.
And unfortunately, they were part of my addiction, when I was actively using.
Right.
They experienced a lot of it with me.
Okay.
So I know how that can be for a mother.
Yeah.
Did you ever feel like it was just like a catch-22?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
I remember my mom, when I turned 13, that's when the rebellion came out of me.
Right.
I started staying out, not coming home, drinking, smoking marijuana. And my mom was a hard worker, she worked 3 jobs to take
Right.
care of us, And I didn't care about any of that. I just wanted to hang out and party.
Right.
And my mom always used to say to me, I hope you have a daughter who does the same shit you did to me. How about my daughter is amazing.
Oh, good.
She's an amazing woman, If I had the brains that she had, at her age, 28 years old, she's
Yeah.
doing way better than I would ever did,
Right.
And that makes me really proud, so.
Good.
So, hey, Mom.
Right? You were
know?
wrong.
Yeah.
Because you had her at first till she, like you
2.
said, at 2, she was 2. And then she went to live with her other family. Did you struggle with that, like while you, like to get clean? Like, do you see what I'm
No.
saying? No?
I
Okay.
just continued to get high,
Okay.
to numb it and stuff. So
Yeah.
I really, honestly, I gotta be honest, I really didn't even think about it
Yeah.
that much until I got locked up and had to get clean.
That's what I'm saying.
And then
Yep.
I'm writing 12-page letters to the grandmom,
Why
and-
can't I see?
Yeah, and sending presents to her every year, that she never received, by the way.
That's one thing I wanted to like stress about was, us as mothers, when we're actively using, like we're not in our right state of mind at all. So we're completely numbing, we're numbing all of that.
Right.
And then when you get clean, how that pain just is like a stab in
Yeah.
the chest. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
Of what we have done. So, and I think that that's important to share and to talk about, even though it's very hard to
Right.
talk about.
I mean, she does suffer from abandonment issues because of that.
Yeah.
So she tells me.
Yeah. Oh.
I did not just get shit on.
I have a wipe.
Please.
Bird just
got
pooped
me.
on her.
That's good luck.
I heard.
Yes, sir. Unfortunately, we only got room for 2 because we got to get out of here. My wife got to work.
How dare you have to work?
All right.
I know, I gotta work today.
What do you do?
Good luck.
I'm an LPN.
Oh, great. Good deal. Thank you, dude.
Yeah, of course.
I was changing anyway, so. All right. So I'm going to turn this way now.
Yeah. You honestly can't see your shoulder the way that
Okay.
it is, I promise.
I don't even
So,
think you can see.
It's all right.
Yeah,
I'm
you-
changing my shirt anyway.
so as we were talking about your daughter, and you're saying she has abandonment issues now.
Yeah.
Which my oldest
Does as
definitely,
well.
yes. So I can relate to that. And so being a female, I also wanted to talk a little bit about being a female and how hard it is to be down here.
It definitely is.
I think for me personally, I mean, I'm not a man. I can't give you that perspective, but as a female, I feel like it's just different. Can you talk about that a little bit?
I mean, when I was out here years ago, it was nothing like it is today.
Right.
You went from 20 girls doing what they had to do out here to get money
Right.
to 20,000 girls. And being a lot older now, it's a lot harder for me to get, you understand what I'm saying?
I do understand what
Okay.
you're saying.
I mean, I can be blunt and say prostitution. It is what it is.
It
you
is.
know? And not to mention that the girls made themselves a lot cheaper.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Yes.
it's sad because they're worth so much more.
Absolutely.
You know? In other words, they're worth not to do it at all.
Right.
You know, and I know I am too.
That's what I was just going to tell you. You are too.
I've had recovery houses. I've had 3 years clean here, 3 years clean there. I had just, the only reason why I'm out here now, well, one of the reasons I'm out here now is because I just left my fiance hands-on anymore. I'm not for that. You know,
Right.
I watched my mom go through it, and I always said if I ever got in that situation, I'm out.
Right.
And I let it go for about 2 years, and I'm not doing it no more.
Yeah.
So about a little over a month ago, I left, and I left him in my house.
Yeah.
And I'm
Sometimes
out
you
here.
just have to do what you got to do.
You know, so, but I actually just left the rehab yesterday. Beacon on Allegheny and Tulip. It was called Ambrosia.
Okay. Yep. I know where that is.
Yeah, because I had a hangnail, so I went to the hospital because it got infected. And I said, while I'm here, I might as well just, you know, go for the gusto. And I got to Beacon House, and I'm not liking that place at all. As much as
Okay.
I was told how good it was,
Right.
it's not what I was told.
Okay.
So I'm waiting for the doctor for almost 24 hours to give me something that I was already taking in the hospital, Suboxone.
Okay.
They said they can't give it to me in protocols to see their doctor.
Oh.
So now you're going to cut me off of that. Now I'm really sick,
I.
hallucinating, because this fentanyl is no joke. I'm so glad you guys haven't experienced that, right?
Yeah. No.
That's
no,
beautiful,
that,
man, because like, it's nothing like the heroin detox. I mean, you know, the same sicknesses,
Right.
but the hallucinations, oh my God, it's horrible. So I have to go back there today and pick up my script. They told me to come back in 24 hours. I went there yesterday. They said come back tomorrow.
So, do you feel like down here when you're trying to like better yourself, do you feel like you kind of like keep getting knocked down though? Do you see what I'm saying?
I do.
Do you feel like it's like that?
It seems like when I'm ready to like walk away, it seems like when I'm ready to walk away, I end up getting lucky with something. You know what I mean? I'll end
Okay.
up getting, oh, here, I got 6 bags, or you know what I mean? And that puts me right back to where I fucking started at, you know? That's not going to stop me. I just want to help him out a little bit too, because he's definitely out here.
Yeah.
I have a choice.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I know I do. We all do, you know? But I think what's going on down here today is an oxymoron, because like they're enabling but helping at the same time.
Right.
You know, like
Right.
you can eat 3 times a day here.
Right.
We didn't have that when I was out
No.
here. We had to find out a bando.
Right.
And get high. You
Yeah.
can't just sit here and shoot drugs in
That's-
front of the cops.
I always say that when we were down here, it was so different with our kids.
Yeah.
We bring them down here, but it was so different years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where there was a respect down here, where you would, you know, see kids and you wrap stuff up.
Well,
Nobody
they
got
still
high.
do that.
And
yeah, when the kids are walking down the street, somebody will say kids, and everybody will put their stuff
put their
down.
stuff away.
Yeah.
Like the cops are outnumbered, but there's nothing being done. So
I always said you should get a bomb and blow this fucking place.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, do you feel that it's hard to get into a treatment facility down here?
I've heard a lot about we have no beds.
Yes.
You know, and
Okay.
especially for females. We have no beds, we have no beds, we have no beds. You know, Beacon had some beds. I wonder why.
Right.
You know, like I said, I feel like the enabling that they're doing by feeding and letting them shower and giving them clothes and, you know, they get all kinds of amenities down here. now.
Right.
You know, we had to fucking like
You
look
struggled.
for a church and
Yeah.
get, you know, a box of canned food that you couldn't even open because you don't have a can opener.
Do you think if they took that away, you think it would
I don't
change?
know. You know,
Yeah.
that's why I said it's like an oxymoron.
Yeah, you're right. Because it is one of those things where people want to help because it's a sad situation.
Yeah. I wouldn't even know where to go with that. You
Right.
know?
Right.
I know when I had my recovery, I had a male and a female recovery house. And you know how a lot of recovery houses want to charge you just to walk in the door?
Yes.
I wasn't that house. If
Right.
you didn't have it, I get it.
Right.
You kidding me?
Yeah.
You know, when you get your stamps, which you're going to get on welfare if you're not on it, you know,
Right.
that kind of stuff, then we'll talk, you know, or you can try to get a job within that month or whatever. I can't do that. I can't see somebody stay out there that wants to get clean or has some clean time and needs a place to live. even,
Right.
You know, I mean, you couldn't come there and you know,
be using.
you know, but yeah, if you didn't have the money, I get it.
Yeah.
Dolph knows. You know?
I know, and it's very sad and it's very unfortunate, and I do know how hard addiction is also too. You know, where it is literally, it's the devil.
Yeah.
It is the devil.
Yeah, it
You
is.
literally have the devil inside of you telling you all kinds of things that nobody should ever hear,
Ever.
and especially when it's yourself telling you these things.
Right, exactly.
You know, so I appreciate all your, you know what I mean, input, and I appreciate you taking time
Absolutely.
to talk to me. Do you have any
Absolutely.
questions for me?
I don't. Well, you know what? I do. How long have you two been together now?
So I've known him since I was 18, and then we got together.
What are you, 22 now?
Who, me? 38.
Really?
38.
You look amazing.
So we got together, let me think here. I always forget. 10 years now. And
See
we've
that?
been married for 7 years. We've been
So
married for
17
7
years.
years. Yeah.
Beautiful.
So,
Beautiful.
well, we got together 10 years, got married after 3. So we've only
Okay.
been together for 10 years. But I've
Gotcha.
known him since I was 18. So
Okay.
for 20 years now.
You guys make a good-looking couple.
Well, thank
Definitely.
you.
Yeah,
So-
absolutely. I
It was
think
a
I've
shock.
seen you in a meeting, though. Your face is really familiar.
People always say that to you.
Yeah?
If
Then
you watch
what-
YouTube at all, you might have seen me on
Then that's probably what it is.
So-
Yeah.
I hope wherever you're going today, tomorrow, whatever, I hope that it just be on the right path. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, these young girls, how you were talking about them being worthy, so are you. And I know you said that you know that, but sometimes
It's better to hear from somebody
100%.
else.
So, and you
I
are.
appreciate
So
that.
can I give
Thank
you a hug?
Absolutely. Thank you, honey. All right.
You were my first interview, so
Awesome job, by the way.
thanks.
Look, I'm going to give you one of these.
Thank
you.